Hey, I'm Ryan Rutherford, and you're watching Toy Geeks Behind the Counter.
Awful.
No, he did. Those are his words.
Test, test.
What do you know about like putting your knees up against the thing, otherwise you look tiny?
What do you mean?
Maybe I want to look tiny.
All right.
I shouldn't do that. She's going to use that.
We're going to sound mark. Ready?
Sarah Marks.
He said it was weird because he'd never heard like a sound like that.
I need you to shh.
By the way, you only need to do one.
Okay.
That's the whole point of it. So all three lines.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Pre-SDC episode.
Oh, gosh, it was so loud. I think that was louder than normal.
That was great. Look at that. Perfect line. Perfect.
Ben is perfect.
Perfect line.
All right, ready?
Who's doing the intro?
In the episode, you know that? The perfect line. She's just going to put that in there.
I'll do
So
it.
I should put my knees against this? But
Yes.
Yeah, just careful. It's glass.
What? The back is glass?
Yeah, this is all glass.
Should actually take the glass
That's
out when we
stressful.
shoot, so then you can like sit under.
Then your knees would be.
Oh
in the
yeah,
ground.
but only the person sitting here
All
gets
right,
that.
we're recording now, so
And
let's
then we
go.
wouldn't have to lean forward.
I'm gonna start.
Okay,
Ready.
ready.
Sorry.
Kevin, you can't say anything during this episode.
Why not?
I don't know.
That's the best part. Like
Here
when
we
I'm
go.
watching and then Kevin talks, it's like, that's good.
Yeah.
Count us down, Kevin.
3, 2, 1.
You're not supposed to say the one, Kevin.
Or the two.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Toy Geeks Behind the Counter. I'm Sarah Jo.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Jack.
Oh, I like how we went backwards today. I like that so
fancy.
much. So fancy. Today we're going to be talking about San Diego Comic-Con.
San Diego.
Oh, that's why, you know, Dove's here and Ben's here and Jack's here and I'm here.
Because we're all going to Comic-Con?
Well, you guys are. I'm going to
mother
stay
of
home
all
with my
conventions.
stupid broken toe.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
You won't be there joining the fun and excitement and the lines and the sweatiness and the stormtroopers and Trekkies. and
No, I'll be home. Send me flowers there.
You're going to miss out on the nerd flu.
Yeah, don't you want to catch the nerd flu
You
every
guys
year?
are making it sound so
It's so
appealing.
great.
It's so appealing.
So great.
No.
No. Well, we are going to be there, and some of us have booths, like me and Dove, and we wanted to show you guys some of the previews of the things that we're going to be bringing to the show, so you know where you need to run to and buy toys first before anything else. Because those guys at Hasbro and Mattel, they have stuff for days and days and days and days.
Wow.
So
No running at Comic-Con.
There's so much stuff at Comic-Con. There's so much. It's hard to choose the things you want to do and see and.
And it's also, when you see photos online of the stuff, it's kind of hard to see what it really is. So that's why we like coming here. We can hold the stuff in front of you and turn it around, and that's what's so much fun about being
Have a
here.
looky see.
and have close-ups and everything. So
close-ups.
let's do this. We got a lot of stuff to do. So
Let's go. Whip it out, Ben.
Should I just pick one?
Yeah, we're gonna be at
I'm just picking one.
Who's we?
3D Retro.
Who's going to be at booth number? He doesn't know. Edit that in later.
Okay.
Take 2.
Hey Ben, where's your booth?
So we're gonna be 3D Retro booth 5250.
5250.
5250.
I'm impressed you knew that right off the bat like that.
I know. We got it locked in.
It's unlocked.
Come on, Ben, whip it out. Let's see what you got.
All right, let's start.
Let's do this one.
All right,
Oh, you
so
won, Paul.
this is from KRK Raiden, and it is Mohawk. So this is the Grayscale edition that we're going to be releasing at the show. So far, the only edition that we've released is the original. So for all the collectors out there waiting for something more and different, don't worry, the arm pops right back in. There you go. There it is.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's really cute.
The difference, aside from the color of this one versus the original one, is the...
Ow!
Yeah, it's very pointy.
Spiky.
And the shirt has a different design on it, too.
Huh?
Let's see the shirt.
It's like a pointy massage. So
Don't hurt me with it.
I like the Grayscale one because also the pants are colored in a different way. They're not just like a dark gray. They actually have like a little bit of a style on it.
Very cute.
What's he holding? That's a really small burrito.
Escape or die.
That's not a burrito, Sarah Jo.
Okay, what else you got?
All right, there we go. The next figure
Is that a burrito, or are you just happy to see it?
from Nathan Oda, Koozie. Nominated for multiple awards, winner of none. And
Story of my
thanks,
life.
designer.
It's an honor to be nominated.
Thanks, Designer Toy
So
Awards.
they say.
So this one, we've released two versions of Koozie. We released the Pink Love Edition, and we've released the original edition. Those have sold really well, and this is why we are
Right here.
releasing the third one, which is the Glow in the Dark edition.
That color is great. I love that color.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
I should get
And
glasses.
I
that
think the
color.
box has a little thing for the head.
That's
Oh, really?
fantastic. Most people who release glow-in-the-dark toys just leave them just that pukey glow-in-the-dark color, but this is like has black paint, you know.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
a
it's
wash
not
on it and everything.
weathered.
So it looks good in regular light.
Isn't it nice? I love this toy. I think
Beautiful.
it's very beautiful.
It was one of my favorite projects to work on. I mean, I love all the projects. Here, can you put
Quick,
that in
why
on
is
the
it
side?
called Koozie?
So well executed.
I don't know. Why is it called Koozie?
You know.
I do.
Because you stick your
Yes.
beer in it?
He used to, when Nathan, before he was known as a painter, he did graffiti and he wrote as Kooz, I think.
Oh, that's right.
I thought you knew
Yes.
that. You were just messing with me.
I did not know that.
Okay.
That's why he named it Koozie.
Yes.
That's why we have Jack here.
Yeah.
Jack
It's a
actually
very
knows
knowledgeable
stuff.
Jack, everyone.
Let's
There
hope
you go.
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's right.
It's like I get a no from Nathan. You were wrong. All of you are wrong. All right, so we're kind of breezing through these.
What's next?
The next thing is, and all of these figures, by the way, they're, like I said, there's other colors that have already been released, so which is why we're not really talking a lot about them.
And do you release
So-
them all Wednesday night? They just go up for sale immediately?
Good question.
Yep. Yeah, they will all be released preview night and
So
available
run
throughout
as
the whole
fast
show.
as humanly possible.
So this is Anis, and I always can't
Anesthesia?
pronounce anesthesia. Like, it's one of those words where no matter how many times you have to. Anyway, this is from Dr. A.
Ooh, nice.
Now, the cool thing about this figure, which people seem to forget sometimes, is that he actually sculpted the original that this was based off
did he?
of. Yeah. So this wasn't like artwork given to some sculptor in China or here.
Some sculptor.
Well, no, because this is based off of his original sculpt. So
evil
it's a very special.
Pretty cool, because most graphic artists and people who can draw and paint and design can't necessarily sculpt. So
Right.
it's true. If you have someone who can do both, that's pretty cool.
So this is
3D scan, right? Or did you just say that?
no. It was he gave us the original sculpt and we sent it
Okay.
to the factory to
Wow.
replicate. So this is the third color released of this bust. The other ones released so far have been the bronze and the original white pearl, which is behind us.
Nice.
So these will be available, and once again, there's only 50 of these.
Only
wow.
15. What's the price on those?
Those go for $100.
And we get
So,
the
and
idea.
then the final figure that we're going to have available is the special gold version of Mickey Finn. Now,
Is it really gold?
it's pure gold, 100% pure gold paint.
Will it turn green?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There's a theme going on here with this color scheme.
Yeah, it's like we decided to go with
It's like
some
neutral,
fun colors.
earthy.
It's kind of cool that you have the flat and
Yeah.
the shiny
Now
gloss.
the gold ones, we only made 50 of them, so they're very limited, and we just made them.
Was
for
that
like a
was
little
that on
special.
purpose? That this was glossy and this was?
Yes.
It's cool.
Because this looks like it was cast in a gold tinted vinyl, and then this was actually painted. It was metallic.
It was probably done with the same vinyl and then just painted.
Probably.
Yeah.
Good.
It's neat. You
Very
normally
nice.
see that like
Yeah.
flat and gloss.
How many of
on
those are
black.
there?
There's only 50 of them.
50.
Yeah.
What's the price?
50.
Fun deal.
Yeah.
Bargains at 3D Retro.
So there you go. These are going to be available
Those
at
are cool.
3D Retro,
Very cool.
and
What am I, Blister Boy?
come by booth 5250, and there you go.
Jack, you shouldn't ask questions you don't want answers.
I guess
Cool.
not.
Blister boy.
All right.
What else, Ben?
Where do we retire these two?
Scoot them over.
3D Retro is going to have a couple of other things. We have a couple of prints coming in, but a couple of surprises maybe at the booth. Follow our Instagram and see what else we have happening. does the little thing. We also have 1,000 Toys.
I'm sorry?
1,000 Toys, the company out of Japan. They're going to be at our booth, and they're bringing humanoid, the synthetic humanoid figures, which are very popular. And
1/6, 1/12, both?
Both, but I think the 1/12, they're bringing an exclusive version of the one that they used to release in 1/6, but it's not 1/12.
Okay.
Cut-in picture here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Dove.
Don't you have another guest too? Or is that secret still?
Oh, well, actually, it's not that secret.
God, Jack.
Well, the other thing that we're having at our booth, which we're waiting for them to announce it, but I guess we could say, Tokidoki will be signing at our booth on Friday.
Cool.
So this year, Tokidoki will not be signing at his booth. What the brand decided to do was this year they selected 4 different booths.
Oh, nice.
And each day he's going to be at a different booth, and our day is Friday. He'll be there from, I believe, 12 to 2.
Smart move.
Yeah, that's always a zoo.
Because what they can do is then have their booth and focus on just selling stuff.
That's exactly what they're going
to do. And
let
all the traffic go to your booth and clock up your booth. It's brilliant.
Fantastic.
I'll be the one complaining.
And there's only... And
who's the sucker who agreed to it?
And signatures are only $100 a piece. So there you have it. Now we can move on to your stuff.
Cool.
Who
You got a whole...
I'm Dove from DKE Toys.
Are you on Instagram now?
I am. Actually, we are. It's at DKE Toys. Follow us. Pay attention. We do fun things.
Pay attention.
Yeah. You know, it's
Pay
hard.
attention to us.
It's hard. There's so much noise out there in the world. Like, you actually have to want to,
Why did it
search
take
out.
you so long to get onto Instagram?
Well, because I spent most of the.
You know what? Never mind. Let's look at some toys.
All right.
If anyone wants
Just
to know,
invite them all on and cut them all.
email Dove.
But what I will tell you before, in case you don't make it till the end of the episode, is that if you see anything you like, even if you're watching this after San Diego, you can always email dketoys@gmail.com. Sometimes we have extras. Sometimes artists have artist proof. Sometimes they do other editions, and we can refer you to the right person to get what you need. So,
And that goes for past shows as well as this show.
Yep.
we just keep selling stuff until they're gone.
And we keep making stuff.
Yeah, we actually should have said, welcome back.
It's Dove.
All right, so let's start with our Resin Master carrying case.
Resin Master carrying case?
It's the Resin Master's carrying case.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
So,
I love the artwork.
that's by Jason Chalker, Manly Art. Did a very large painting that got shrunk down into...
Ooh, nice.
I think he said it was the most
Some
complicated painting he ever did.
Probably. It had 25 characters. So this is actually a modified Super 7 case. We piggybacked on their order. And something is wrong.
There's a cricket
There's
in
a
here.
cricket in here.
It's pretty loud.
Everybody's
too.
sorry.
Okay,
Okay, so back to this Resin Master situation.
so there's 25 artists pictured on there. The Sucklord and 24 other people. Bill McMullen, 2-Bit Hack, Barbarian Rage, Good For You Toys, Genki Toys, Special Ed and Time Bandits, Manny Romero, Killer Bootlegs, Dollar Slice
so
Bootlegs, Jay O'Leary, Manly Art, Healy Made, Green Plastic Tunnels, The Mark Ultra, Acquired Taste Industry, Buzzard Guts, Grenada Studios, Junk Fed, Raika, Mock Toys, Dead Greedy, Falcon Toys, Skip Row Toys, Random Skull Productions.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Could you repeat that, please?
Faster.
They're not, it's a limited edition. They're not necessarily limited. Hopefully we will make more. We will have about 50 for sale at the show. They're $50.
Cool.
Nice.
It's empty, by the way.
It is empty.
It is empty.
But
usually carrying cases come empty. Is it double?
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of ridiculous because people who collect resin artist-made bootleg toys would never actually open their figures and put them in, and we worked that out here with...
What'd you do?
This year...
How about that?
We'll talk about that
Resin
in a
Master.
second. So here is the first Resin Master action figure in the line, and Special Ed did a
That goes in there?
white version of his Darth Trump. So not only are we calling these people Resin Masters, this looks like a Resin Master get it. So if this is successful, we will try to get all 25 artists to take a character and release it in, you know, just plain white. And
so eventually this will be filled with the...
Can I see that?
Well,
No.
possibly.
No.
but you make it so.
We'll see how sales go. Is that
But
the
just
answer?
just to be clear, you know, Resin Masters is a cool name for the case and for this project. It's very hard for us to pick 25 people to be put on this to
Represent this scene.
So don't be mad. Don't be a hater. I mean, there's a lot that we had. Some.
Are there actually people mad?
I hear
Like
the
they get
emails
mad?
firing off right now.
There are a lot more people who are talented, who deserve to be on this case, who are not there. We had to make a decision.
Where am I?
Exactly. There is a bias there. Most of the artists there are people that we sell stuff for, people that we collect. Because of the size of the case and because we're also doing signed limited edition prints, we couldn't include a lot of the talented people in other countries because the logistics cause a problem.
So you'll make a second series of the box
image?
eventually.
There will be more projects later.
Yeah.
I just can hear it all now, and people are going to be pissed. Like, why am I not?
Why don't you like me, Dove?
I love you all.
No, you don't. I'm not on the box.
Anyway, that's it.
This is
That's
really
my
raw
apology.
deal. Yeah.
It's no one else's fault but mine.
It's not my figure you're selling.
Send the hate mail, whatever. Okay.
DKEtoys@gmail.com.
DKEtoys@gmail.com. So the next thing we did is kind of a little art show. It's called the Space Rat Show. We had an excess amount of actual vintage Salacious Crumbs from 1983.
This is hilarious. I love this.
And we got 11 artists to design card backs.
Well, look at this. This happens to be the set of 100 out of 100.
Dude, hold on. Jack, do your job here.
Oh,
Help me. Help me.
So
the space rat holder.
we have Carlos Ramirez, Christian Clayton, Esther Pearl Watson, Mark Todd, Martha Rich, Mike Egan, Peter Cooper, Rob Clayton, Robbie Canal, Scott C., and Alex Gross. And they're $25. And you get a vintage Salacious Crumb. Like, what more could you want? We are selling
It's a really
complete
cool project.
sets for $200. That's for all 11 figures, which is super affordable, like per figure.
Yeah.
And we'll have about 20 matching number sets of the early numbers for people who want complete sets at the show. And that's it. And they're all signed and numbered by the artists on the back.
How will you choose which one to get?
Collect all 11.
You just have to buy them all. Wow.
Scott C.
So, just to be clear,
Yeah.
the figure is the exact same figure.
On all of them, yeah.
On all, they're not made. The figure is not made by the artist.
No.
You're literally buying the artwork
Correct.
of the header. So you do not want to open these and put them in your fancy new carrying case.
You don't open your toys. Come on.
This is
Who are
cool.
you guys?
Except for the super variant GID, right? Oops. Just joking.
There's
Sorry.
no variant.
Just joking.
No variants.
All right. Next is the Art 2D2 by Mark Todd.
Yay! 1 out of 30.
So this is the third installment of the series. He did a Chewbacca-looking character a couple years ago.
Oh my
Chew-
god.
Darth Vader last year. He actually, the art was printed on a risograph, which is the machine that he uses to make his zines.
Oh, nice.
And then mounted on the substrate, so it has
It's
that zine look.
Art 2D.2.
Ben, you could do an interpretive reading of the back if you wanted to.
It's our little tin can buddy, a true friend, small, quiet, smart. He's got some cool gadgets, like a stick thing that can plug into computers. And he has a shocker prong. He can play low-quality videos that shoot out. Sometimes he rocks back and forth when he gets too excited. Enjoy.
So that's typical.
That's quite accurate, actually.
Mark Todd humor. It's an edition of 30. They're signed and numbered. They're $55.
It kind of looks like a can.
But the price tag says 50.
With tax. Yeah, that's correct.
Oh.
All our prices just include tax.
The tax.
We
Gotcha.
don't mess around with cash registers and giving you pennies and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Are we just gonna keep piling these
Yeah,
up?
let's pile it
Yes,
on.
we are. Right here.
Oh, well then.
This is
Ooh, that's cool.
This is
Very
Malo
good.
by Carlos Ramirez. Carlos Ramirez is a former member of the Date Farmers. He, don't you cut in a photo of this?
Yeah, we
so
do.
maybe it's better that you look at it. And
Wow,
so he
that's
actually
nice. Really nice.
created the figure, sculpted it out of wood. We had those cast for him, and then he hand painted each one. And they're hand adorned with.
Hand embellished.
Embellished with
And it really matches his like painting aesthetic with a wide body and stuff.
There's like
that.
Coca-Cola bottle caps attached to some and mirrors. This one
nice.
has a
Donald
a
Duck.
Donald Duck.
What is that, like a yogurt cap or something?
Yeah,
I-
kind of.
I-
That's what it looks
I
like.
know
What
what
does it
that
say?
is.
It's-
It's from a chocolate coin.
Oh, I was going to say it's
Like it
either
from
yogurt cap
Disneyland.
or chocolate coin.
Chocolate coin.
That's really nice.
And edition of 30 is signed and numbered on the back. They're $100.
That's a good deal.
The other ones just sold out so fast. He's such a pleasure to work with. And if you wanted to buy a Date Farmers painting of similar size, you would just pay so much more. It's
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's such a good
Ben's
value.
Really
taking it
done
home
an
right now.
amazing job of bringing that like Date Farmers original vibe to it. It's really neat.
It's very cool. Very cool.
Take-
This says "Take me to Toy Geeks" on it.
yeah.
You gotta love Flat Bonnie.
So
Yay!
this is the baby fuzzball.
That looks like a baby Chewbacca ball.
It's a baby fuzzball
Baby fuzz
Looks like a
Chewbacca
baby
ball.
Chewbacca ball to me.
by Flat Bonnie. It's edition of 100, and they're $20 each.
Aww.
I think it's.
Or it could be a tribble. Sorry.
Oh,
Don't get in trouble.
Oh.
did you have to just ruin that?
Yep.
Oh, called it a tribble.
He called it a triple. What's the trouble with tribbles?
So we always like to.
These are gonna. If you want one of these, you guys like have to run to.
There's 100 of them.
There's 100
It'll
though.
last.
Do you know how quickly she runs out of her stuff at like Decon?
I know.
She is like end of the first day underneath her table sewing.
I know.
I saw her the other day and I was like, "Are your hands bleeding?" Like, dude, it's so
awesome.
bad. She makes
Because
all
it's
this stuff by
so
hand.
well made.
It's crazy.
Very cool.
And not only that, a lot of their it says here that the plushes are made 100% animal-friendly products, and they donate a generous portion of their sales to bunny and animal rescue organizations.
Because she has a bunny.
She has several.
Yes.
So
Big bunny.
That's awesome.
So what we try to do with all our releases is have a kind of a wide variety. We try to go for some, very, artist-centric pieces. There's a lot of pieces that cater to like the vintage action figure crowd, and then we always try to have something that's cute
For the plush people.
Yeah. So
It's really nice.
What's next? What's next?
Art.
Oh my God, more cuteness.
she did an edition of 10 of these. Bun Walk wall art by Flat Bonnie.
Bunny walk.
Bunny Walk.
Bunny walk.
What's a bun walk?
Get
Bunny
it?
Walk.
Get it? Bunny walk. Bunny walk.
Yeah.
Bun walk is like
Because he's
a
walking, right?
Chinese
He's
restaurant.
he's a walking bunny. Is that what it is?
It's terrible.
No, it serves buns.
Oh my God.
Oh, I thought this was going
Ah,
to a bad place. Anyway,
Anyway.
it's an edition of 10. They're signed and numbered. They're $100. You can come buy one, hang one on your wall.
There's only 10 of these?
Yeah, she makes them all by hand. They're hand cut,
Holy
hand sewn.
moly.
8.5
It looks
minutes.
so nice.
And then they're gone.
Yeah, they're going to be gone so quick.
Awesome.
All right.
Wonderful.
Take them home, people.
So last year we had a figure by Jason Adams that was the unemployed clone trooper. And this year we got the weekend dad trooper.
How do you guys just come up with...
I don't come up with it. These artists come to me and they say, hey, we would like to...
No back art. What happened here?
They will be signed and numbered with a little hand-done stencil on each one.
Oh, I saw him working on the stencils.
Weekend Dad Trooper. World's greatest trooper that's also a weekend dad. Every other weekend.
I don't know. It was really funny last year with the unemployed clone trooper because the reaction that I got from like our kind of like what I'll call our hardcore audience of collectors, like, were not interested. But the people at the show went completely apeshit. And,
Totally different audience.
Yeah.
and just sold out like everyone wanted it.
It's Comic-Con.
It's so hard to predict because we have to make decisions like 6 months ago and talk to these artists and commit to things quite often before we've even seen what they look like and figure out edition sizes and prices. And sometimes you're just kind of shooting in the dark, and sometimes you don't make enough because people go crazy, and then sometimes it takes 3-4 shows to sell out. So that's the way it goes.
We just keep trying.
And we do keep selling stuff. So the exclusives that we have, we will also have the leftover exclusives from DCon and from New York from before. We don't really sell online unless you email me at dketoys@gmail.com.
I see something I want.
Uh-oh.
This is so heavy. I just tried to pick this up. It's like, oh.
Heavy. There's that word again.
Oh
my God.
Wow.
So this is the
Get out of
Jumbo
here,
Art
Weekend
Trooper by Raika. It's 12 inches long.
All right, so
12
I got the
inches
little
long?
I got the little press release. I got the little press release about this guy,
And you didn't read it.
and I didn't read it. I looked at the picture and I'm like, oh, it's like a re-release of the one that I already have. Cool, just in case anybody didn't get it before. And I'm like, I didn't know it was this big.
That's why it's called Jumbo.
Jumbo.
So if you ever see the word Jumbo, like Jumbo's Clown Room, it means it's big, y'all.
It is big. Signed and numbered edition of 15. It's $165.
Holy moly.
That is amazing.
His work
looks
is
so
just,
great.
he's hand makes each figure, hand painted, hand poured resin. He hand silk screens each card, laser die cuts them. He even silk screens the back.
I need one of these in my life.
Did you show the back?
He also makes his own
Bubbles.
his own blisters. Yeah, he has a vacuum form machine and.
Nice.
I know we'll do close-ups anyway, but
What was
this
that?
is amazing.
Action sound.
Is he gonna do the other ones in Jumbo? That's a yes.
We don't
God
know.
dang
Well,
it.
what I can tell you, Ben, is that when you're
I'm
looking,
running out of toy storage.
when
just
you're
letting
looking
you know.
through the list of stuff that we release,
I think this needs to go back that way.
Oh,
we almost never re-release something with a different colorway. Like when we spend all this money to go or travel to a show, the things that we release are almost always the first time you've ever seen it. Typically. All right, this
Ben's
one,
peeking.
No Toys for Us by Mr. Blank Toys. So Mux Blank.
We've talked so much about Toys R Us.
No.
so and actually, I love Mr. Blank Toys. Like he sent us stuff to the show.
I was here that episode.
And remember his business cards were awesome and all that. So this is so good.
Not only that, on the back, he's taken the Toys R Us exchange and refund policy
Oh no.
and altered it
Annotated it.
slightly.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So this is the first time we've offered anything from him. It's edition of 40. They're $65.
You should read at least the first few lines.
So it says originally exchange and refund policy, and it's been changed to, because crossed out, change is not fun because I don't want to grow up. So originally it says goods can be exchanged or refunded within, and then it gives you a time frame. Now it says goods cannot be exchanged or refunded ever. No exchanges, refunds, even if accompanied by the original receipt. No approved refunds. Refunds will not generally be in the same form. So yeah, it's and then the last part is No Toys for Us reserves the right to file bankruptcy in case of any dispute.
Pretty genius.
That's pretty funny.
So sad.
That is so funny and so sad.
And a horizontal figure.
Yeah.
And it's
We don't
actually
see a lot of horizontal
that-
figures.
it's actually like a Watto figure
Yeah.
and a Jar Jar, and he's kind of kit bashed it from a lot of different Star Wars figures.
I gotta tell you, this looks a lot better in person. Like, the pictures do it no justice.
That's kind of a backhanded compliment, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's true, because the pictures really do it no justice.
It's better than the other way around.
Maybe.
That's pretty good.
Like, oh, it looks awesome. I want to buy it. You get there, like,
All right.
All right. So
What do
this
we got?
one is a very, what I will say, experimental piece. This is a Bounty Hunter by Gypsy Oak.
is that?
I guess we'd call it a mixed media figure, but it's a wood engraved card back.
Okay.
The figure appears to be made somewhat out of metal, like a lapel pin.
Yeah, it looks like a pin.
It's 5 pieces that are all
that
jointed together. And this is modeled, I think, after a Greek or Hungarian bootleg. And then he did a hand stencil on the back.
The figure is modeled after the bootleg?
No.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
This is very
cool.
Interesting.
No, it's cool.
It's different.
It's pushing the boundaries here a little bit.
It definitely has articulation.
Yeah, it does.
Because of the joint. It's so funny.
Not that it matters, because you're never going to open it.
Right, exactly.
Aww. If you buy 2.
It's a small edition, 25 pieces, $55.
You can buy 25.
Wow, that's a pretty good price. Crazy.
Whew.
All right, this guy has been one of my favorites for a long time. This is the first time we've had an exclusive from him. This is Too Rad Crustman Bartov by Panda Propaganda Toys.
Holy moly, this thing is huge.
It's so big.
And he's been doing this kind of two-headed Masters of the Universe figures for a couple years. And he used to do a lot of one-offs, and I would buy them from him. And I just was kind of after him, like, you have to do an edition. Like, you can't just keep doing one of a kind. Like, you got to do 10 or 20. And so finally, a couple years later, we got 20 pieces.
Here we go.
Wow.
It's a 6-inch carded figure, signed and numbered edition of 20. It's $85.
I don't know what to make of this.
Pretty cool.
Oh, and each one comes...
I love how the packaging is just like the old school
with a
the
sticker.
tie-ins on the back.
That's
nice.
Too Rad Crust.
It's crusty Bart, Siamese style. It's awesome. Nope.
Yeah, I mean...
Ben's puzzled.
Ben's not sure. He's like, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. How much is it?
85.
85. And like, I'm a big Simpsons fan. So like, usually I'd be like, yeah, this is kind of, it's weird, but at the same time, kind of cool.
Too weird for Ben.
Well, you don't have to like everything. I don't.
Oh, phew. Okay.
Wait, you don't like everything?
Good, let's move on.
You don't.
Hey, Ben, don't be a dick.
Because there's this. Good old dollar slice.
Oh boy.
DSP.
What is it with him? Oh my God.
Yeah, don't turn it around.
Magic Krastovsky, the Jiggly Clown by Dollar Slice Bootlegs. So last year we had a sold out edition of
Don't turn it around. Oh my God.
Censored.
We had Junkie the Clown.
Yeah.
And that again was like sold out so quickly
You're
at
so
Comic-Con.
easily offended.
Oh God. Like, we have...
Well, he's magnet articulated. If you want to open the clamshell, you can take his head off.
Magic Krastovsky, the Jiggly Clown. Oh my God.
Kind of looks like he's kissing you, Dove.
Wait,
It was on the package.
So if you look at the package, okay, let go. It's okay.
Is it like seared into your brain?
And
yeah,
another
pretty
guy
much.
you know also.
Look at those two people. I did not know that that was happening until like
this. You didn't know?
No, not that.
Not those
the front.
two people. The front people. The people by your left thumb.
Right there.
There's me and
The one that
Sucklord.
looks like Dove and the Sucklord.
He's like, oh.
You like it better now, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I actually do.
I think he was just fixated on the rear image, honestly.
The rear
How can you
image.
not? Like, what is going on? Unfortunately, we can't now. Yeah.
Well, come by the booth and we can show you all kinds of stuff that's inappropriate.
Oh
okay?
my gosh. Wow.
Signed and numbered edition of 30, $55. They're not going to last long.
That's a deal.
That's what he said.
That's a
Anyway.
deal. Okay, so let's go from the thing that everyone thinks is questionable to the thing that everyone loves.
Woohoo!
Do-do-do.
Yay!
So here's the third in the series of great showdowns.
Keep making them. Keep making them.
I know who sculpted it.
Who sculpted it?
Double G.
Double G Toys! Woohoo! Double G, you in the house?
Never heard of him.
Okay, there you go.
It's signed and numbered edition of $50, $100.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Adorbs.
This is so great. So good. So good.
Every time.
So good.
It's
Last
another
year's was
part.
pretty
What's
awesome.
the next one?
New York Comic-Con.
Why New York? Well, actually, yeah, that kind of makes sense for New York.
Kind of does.
There'll be another one for Decon.
Which one?
I don't know yet.
I can't tell you yet.
Okay.
But our goal is to do 4 a year.
Oh, wow.
Because we have 3 conventions. We do San Diego, New York, and Decon. Those are 3 conventions. Hopefully those are the 3 times you'll see us here on the show. And then another one to release, first quarter of each year on his website.
Oh, beautiful. I'll keep buying them if you keep making them.
Okay.
Dun-dun-dun.
All right.
Moving right along.
I think what I said about this was beep, bop, boop, burp. See, it's funny, right?
Oh.
Because it's our daughter, she's 19 months old, and she calls R2D2 E.T. I don't know why, but she's really serious that it's E.T. So this is an E.T. figure crossed with a soda can.
So this is Killer Cola by Killer Bootlegs.
Let me see it.
It's an edition of 50.
It's not E.T.
$55.
The year was 1980, and the world was enchanted with all things set in a galaxy far, far away. Desperate to get in on some of those sweet, sweet, sweet galactic credits. I had some extra sweets. A soft drink company created their own funky little droid for promotional purposes. Did they sell tiny remote control versions to clueless children all across the land? Of course they did. Did they build life-size versions for personal appearances at malls and grocery stores? Come on. Did you really even have to ask that question? Did that really happen?
Story time with Ben.
You're kidding.
It did. It did.
Wow. Learn something new every day.
So it's a bootleg of a bootleg of a...
I think it was licensed. The original Coke bot was...
Do you have one, Dove?
I don't. It does exist.
Why don't you? How do you not have one? You are the ultimate, Star Wars collector.
I
You have one of everything.
I actually don't.
I feel like we had one. My family.
I mean, no, my actual I collect Star Wars art mainly, and most of the kind of products and stuff like that I've
this is
sold off over the years.
Best collaboration ever.
He's really, every year he's just been doing great stuff. Last year he did the Starbucks coffee cup.
Yeah.
And every year,
the Warhawk can.
Yeah, always really nails it.
Winner.
All
right, what's next?
We're big fans of this because we live this every day.
Oh my gosh.
This
that picture right there, that's my life.
That kid
a medical droid, you ruined my birthday. Worst gift ever.
So, worst gift ever by Genki Toys. It's edition of 40. They're $45 each. I suggest reading the back.
Oh my gosh. Okay, episode 4, Disappointment Dawns. A medical droid? Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, I only hinted at what I wanted a million times this month. A Yoda, a Boba Fett, even a goddamn Dengar would have worked. But a medical droid? Clyde got an A-Wing for his birthday. A freaking A-Wing. And I'm supposed to, what? Show up at his house with a medical droid? What am I going to do with that? Heal him to death? Seriously, Mom, it's like you've never even seen these movies.
Just for the record, I kind of like the medical droid figure.
Of course. Here you go.
We all like
do. There you go. Look how happy he is.
Sure. You know what's weird is you say this is every day, but every time I see one of your kids, they're always so happy and smiley. And
that must be because you're around, Jack.
I don't know about that.
I think that's the way most people perceive them, but if you're around them long enough, shit goes bad.
Yeah, especially when the lights go out.
All right, so this one is called Leia Is Not Your Toy by Amanda Vassell and Michelle Valagura. They hand cast each one in resin, and they're hand painted. And there's actually 10 different sayings.
No, there's 5 different sayings.
5 different sayings, 10 of each. Thank you.
I was like, 10?
I am the Force. What's with the comb?
What a great question, Ben.
Yeah. So Amanda did some customs for me. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I gave her a set of all of the vintage 12-inch dolls.
Okay.
And when she looked at the Princess Leia, she said, "Where's the gun?" And there was no gun. And what Princess Leia came with was a comb and a mirror. And she was really pissed.
She was
sorry.
She was horrified.
And so
I just bleeped him.
yeah, so
you'll get a bleep in there. Don't worry.
The comb was, I think she feels that Princess Leia deserved the option to have a gun too. Like
definitely.
Right.
And I think her quote exactly was that if anyone needed a comb, it was Chewie and not Princess Leia.
But we're, you know, like, I wonder if the marketing people would have been like, well, we were targeting little girls, and we would never have sold that many of them if the parents knew that there was a gun in the package.
Maybe or maybe not, but if you look back at the time that came out, if I got a Princess Leia toy that came with a comb, I would have been totally fine with that. I wouldn't have noticed or known. As a girl, like, girl toys come with that. I didn't know
That's
to
what I'm
want
saying.
a gun.
At the time, and I knowing that it was the 80s with the parents out there complaining about certain things, I think you would have had a lot more complaints from mothers saying, I don't want my daughter playing with a gun with her little doll that I bought her, because to them, they're buying a doll.
What's your point?
I have no point.
But anyway, it's 2018.
Yeah,
Prized Pet.
The times are changing.
Oh, Prized Pet.
So Raika is
Prized
back.
Pet's jammed in here.
What?
Raika is back again.
Raika.
With this, it's called the Prized Pet. It's a signed-in number edition of $75. I'll read the little story here. It says, every time I came home with a fish from the fair, my mom said, it's a trap. She had to take care of the fish for years. Now you can own your very own little fish head friend, and he will happily live in his handmade bubble for years to come with very little effort on you or your mom's part.
This is great. This is another one of those figures. I need one of these. I don't know if I told you that. But this is another one of those figures where when you see it in person, it's like, it's not a backhanded compliment. It's just like, it's so much better in person.
Really
Raika's really, like, he says to me all the time, he's trying to, like, step it up and, like, increase the quality of, like, what people are putting out.
The paint is really incredible.
This is so good. This is so good. Like, I cannot say how.
Can you show this, like, the side, like, this blister, like, that he handmade, like, this.
Here, over there.
I don't know if you can.
It almost looks like it's made out of metal.
It literally looks like one of those bags.
He sent me a photo of the bag with a goldfish. He says, I'm doing a figure. It's going to look like this. I'm like, okay.
It's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
So good.
One more from Raika.
So the first time Boba Fett ever appeared in anything was the Star Wars Holiday Special.
That's right.
And this is our favorite bounty hunter in this holiday special.
Get it?
The signed-in numbered edition of 65, $60. I think there is no Fett collector that will be without this one.
Maybe one.
God, I hope he makes another. I hope he makes like every holiday. Like, I hope he makes one like.
Notice the two suns.
Right. It's hilarious, but like, I hope he does like a holiday, like for every holiday, like a Halloween one and a Christmas one and a, you know, or every season, like fall and spring, like on holiday, like.
He's on vacation, Ben.
All right, I get it.
It's that kind. Never mind. Anyway.
It's a holiday.
This is Dark Invader by Buzzard Guts.
This is cool.
So this is kind of
I had to Google this because I was
interesting.
Really
because
I did too.
It is.
What is this?
A bootleg of a bootleg of a. It
Actually says in Dev's notes to Google it.
No, right. Google is.
Star Wars.
So when I was a kid, there was the Star Wars carrying case. But if your parents couldn't find or afford the actual Kenner Star Wars carrying case, there is a case, and you should Google it. It's the Star World carrying case.
Star World.
Star World.
And which is what we have here.
Star World.
On this case is this amazing painting of these knockoff Star Wars-like characters.
Ish.
Yeah. Star Wars-ish characters. And I've looked at this case for, I don't know, 20 years, 30 years, and thought, like, this is... I even tried to track down the original art on the painting. I called the company, and they're like, I said, do you have an archive? Do you know that? They didn't know what the hell I was talking about.
No way.
They're like, we make, like, My Little Pony, and I don't know anything about a knockoff anything. I'm like, never mind. And so... Finally, there were a bunch of resin artists that were kind of, I don't want to say competing, but trying to get this same thing out. There have been other people online that have done a few busts, But Buzzard Guts did it. He got the figure out before anyone else did.
And yeah, it's pretty cool. The other thing is Googling, there's a few people that just have these really old websites from like, they look like they were made in like 1990. They have cool information on them. It's actually like the alternate like design, right? The company came out with an original like bootleg with other bootleg Star Wars guys on them. This was the second round, right? Something like that.
There's one with robots, or Star World, and Star whatever.
Are these
there
the
it
real?
is.
Yeah. Wow, are these the real character names? Like Dark Invader, Guy Walker.
I don't think they had
Space Yeti.
I think he gave them.
I ate one before you, or OU 812. No, I think.
I think he created.
I think he created those.
That's pretty funny.
Okay, we're wrapping it up here. Almost done.
Moving on.
More toys. Oh yay!
Jason Chalker from Manly Art,
Who also did the painting on the cover of the carrying case.
This is he. If you remember, he did a Boba Fett before and a Greedo.
Yes.
This year, it is Hammerhead.
Yay!
And each one of these are an original hand-painted piece. There's 24 pieces.
And they're all different.
They're all slightly different. They're $150, and
I love that. I'm glad I got like the first one, and like I got the first one was what, Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And then like it's like, oh okay, I got it because it was Boba Fett. And it's like, and then the second one came out. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I should just get the second one because I have the first one. And now I'm just happy that he keeps doing it because it really is. It's original art. It's so good.
Yeah. Each card is,
I think
is
next,
an original painting, right?
But next time we have to do like really nondescript like rebel troopers. Like it has to like I think we have to take it down a notch and do like the characters.
Why?
Because that would be amazing.
Here, you already have one.
What, the medical droid?
The medical droid is cool.
Actually, you know, a painting
droid.
of the medical droid would be freaking cool.
We have a painting of the medical droid. I see it every day.
Well, there you go.
Moving on. Wookiee Hash Pipe. This is Chubby by Jim LaFood.
Too many toys.
Too many toys.
Wow.
This is the third in the series.
Nice. I need to get one of these too.
And on the back, Jim has continued the story in comic book form.
Awesome.
1 out of 50.
Edition of 50, $100.
Did our favorite sculptor sculpt this too?
Our favorite sculptor did.
Double G.
Double G.
In the house.
You were hoping for a second cameo?
Yeah.
I think
he's
that's
playing
too much.
Tetris.
Oh, never mind.
This is open.
This opens on the bottom. Be careful. But
so
Little Lazy's is back with her original.
Oh,
you
so
can
cute.
take him out.
Oh, okay.
Comes right out.
This is Stripe Walk, which is a mashup of one of our favorite Gremlins and our favorite little cute Star Wars
Yoda
character. And each one of these she hand sculpts. She made an edition of 30. That means she hand sculpted 30 pieces.
That's very cool. It's polymer clay, right?
I believe so.
Careful.
That's crazy.
Careful.
She's crazy.
Careful.
Edition of 30,
awesome.
$55 each, signed and numbered. And you can't tell the difference between them unless you have several of them next to each other.
Huh.
Otherwise, they're
just look
identical.
How much is it?
55.
It's such a deal.
It's such a deal. And so I was reading her bio the other day, and it just clicked for me. I understood like why she's got this like capability. She used to work as a cake decorator.
Oh.
It makes total sense.
Yep.
She's just sitting there like creating the same little Mickey Mouses over and over again and just like nailing it every time.
It looks like it would be like a cake topper or, because
like a
the way you layer
fondant.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It just has that.
That makes perfect sense.
That is
yeah,
feel
you're right.
And then once we post pictures online, like all the other artists are like, "You're nuts! Like, how do you?" It's incomprehensible how they.
Star.
This is not the final one. Just so you know, this is 3001, A Lad in Space by Lazarus Toys. Signed and number edition of 50. $75.
Does it make you want to sing?
We're trying not to sing.
Oh, never mind.
It's really hard not to, though.
I know.
Yeah, but then you'd have to get like a sync license and.
He just did it. He sang.
I know. I already sang, but I think there's a certain amount that you're allowed to sing without having to pay for the sing. Yeah, there you go. Now it's a remix. Remix. Very cool. What do you think?
It's cool. I like it a lot.
All right. And our
do you love the smell of this in the morning or just at night?
Here
Probably in
is
the morning.
Ewocalypse now.
Ewocalypse now.
Sign in number limited edition, hand cast, hand painted, carded figure.
Wow, the artwork
by Skip Row Toys.
Really good.
And the artwork is by David Withers, also known as Chain Gun Art. It's an edition of 30, $55.
So crazy. Can you believe how much stuff there is? That's all the stuff.
This art toy is not a toy. Recommended for ages 40 and over.
Hey.
That's about right.
So, like I said, if you're watching this after San Diego, you can't make San Diego, please email us at dketoys@gmail.com. Also follow us on Instagram at DKE Toys. That's where we post all of this information. If we've inundated you with too much, you can see it all there.
It's all also, it's on our Flickr, it's on our Facebook, it's
I know
on our blog.
Flickr seems antiquated, but if you go to dketoys.com and you click on the Flickr link, you can see the photos. All these artists send us photos of the making of process with all the pieces laid out in the different stages.
Flickr's still used. We use Flickr for all the Decon albums.
I got made fun of the other day. If I mentioned
for Flickr?
Flickr does feel a little antiquated.
I said to some guys, like, it's on our Flickr page, and the guy looked at me and said, Flickr?
Yeah, what's wrong with Flickr?
It's good. It's a great tool.
Yeah.
We use it all the time.
Well, this was awesome.
Flickr, you can send me my check.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing all this cool stuff and making all my stuff look dumb.
Thanks for having us.
So sad.
No, Ben.
But these are great.
They're really nice.
Some of them are really good, and the rest are just great.
You heard it here first, folks.
What's the booth number?
5045.
5045. So we're not too far from you.
Everything goes on sale Wednesday night. We have a wait list where people email us and say, I want one of those, and if we come home with any, we contact you. Our goal is to sell them all. We want you to have stuff. The reason we do San Diego Comic-Con and we don't have a web store is because each of these artists have their own websites and they have their own businesses, and we don't want to compete with them. We're trying to get their work out to new people. So we do 3 conventions a year, and we try to keep the stuff, the work special for the conventions that we attend. So.
What if someone wants to make a toy and they want us to sell it?
Yes, what if?
You just give me a call, send an email, tell me what, I don't know, just pitch us an idea. We're open. A lot of these people are people that we worked with the first time this year.
Nice.
There's new great ideas all the time. We're always trying to mix it up, do experimental things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love that one.
The most rewarding thing for me, especially at San Diego Comic-Con, is the people who come up to the booth and say, this is the best stuff at the show. That they look at all the licensed products and they're frankly kind of bored. And they come to our booth and they pick up 1 toy or 2 toys and something that has a personality that an artist actually touched. And I think that's what drew most of us to designer toys to begin with. So.
Yeah, the uniqueness. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, this actually exists.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Very cool. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up because we have to
clean all this up
and get ready for actually San Diego. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Remember to stop by our booth. Remember to share this video and tell everybody all the cool toys that you will be getting at San Diego that they cannot because they won't be there. And then they're going to ask you to buy it for them. And then don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff. And we're still taking acceptance or nominations for Artist of the Month.
Yeah, please do. We saw one on Instagram recently, which is cool.
If you want to nominate somebody on Instagram, go ahead and do that too. I think that was really good.
Yeah.
So since most people use that anyway. All right, guys. Anything else?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Hey, no
Thanks
problem.
for coming.
She's a
I'm
regular. Yeah, she's always here. So
if you're here and I'm here, who's watching the kids?
See you later, everybody.
Bye.